Hello everyone, this is Justin from Zon Commerce, here today to talk to you all about Amazon product research and FBA global selling. So if you are an FBA Amazon seller in the United States or in a particular market, and you decide that you want to sell on a more global basis, you either want to start a new business globally or you want to expand your business, how do you go about that process? What tools can you use if, let's say, English or Spanish is your native tongue and you don't know, how to translate things or certain keywords into, let's say, German or into Japanese or things of that nature. And I did some videos beforehand. I did one individual video on how to use Google Keyword Planner by itself, and I also did another one on how to use Google Translate by itself. But what really makes these two powerful is when you're able to use them in tandem, side by side, as you're performing your global product research. And for me, we really do sell on a global basis. We focus on Japan, we sell in Germany, we sell in Spain, Italy, France, we sell in Canada. So being able to translate your listings, and really not just your listings, but also find those keywords that are very popular in that market, is ever so more important when you're trying to finalize if that's the product or the individual market that you want to go in for that matter. When it comes to all the markets, I'd say obviously the United States is the biggest market out of all of them. But really in a distant second, but still very popular markets are the United Kingdom, Japan, and Germany. They're all really close together in terms of the total amount of revenue that's generated from those particular markets. So in this case, particularly when you're looking at the United Kingdom, you really don't have to worry about using Google Translate for that matter, because you're translating from English to English. It's not necessary. But what if you want to focus on Germany? I figured we go through an exercise on how to use Google Translate and Google Keyword Planner to figure out those really good nuggets if you're doing product research. So we already have it open. We have Google Keyword Planner. We say to ourselves, all right, I know that there's a particular market that I want to go in. I'm thinking about, let's say, wine openers and corkscrews. It's not a high price point. It's very popular. It's stable. A lot of people love to drink beer, drink wine. It opens up bottles. This could be a good stable market that I could go in. It may be competitive, but I could probably still get into that market and make a couple bucks. So let's say here we type in a wine opener, right? We type in wine opener, we do a search, and we click on not just the ad group ideas, but keyword ideas is the tab that we want to focus on. And also, if you want to pick your particular market, here, I currently have it set to Germany, but if you want to change it to, let's say, United States, you certainly can, and it auto-populates for you. Of course, we're not going to do that because we do want to only focus on Germany. So let's say we want to sell this particular item in Germany. I don't know any German, but I do know English. I'll take the keyword wine opener, I'll do the search, and I'll look down here and I'll say, all right, well, this number, 40 searches, average monthly searches, is a total number of searches in Google that the keyword wine opener generates. Which in my judgment, from an SEO perspective, I run a digital marketing firm, so I see a lot of these numbers a lot of different places. 40 is a very, very low number. Now, this isn't the total number of searches in Amazon. This is just in Google, but you can still extrapolate those insights and that data over into Amazon and assume that the average searcher is probably not going to be performing as many searches utilizing the English version of wine opener in the German market here in Germany. And here we did do a search for wine opener. And even though it does pull up quite a number of searches, I still personally know that this probably isn't the best keyword to initially focus on. So what I'll do is, all right, so what are the keywords that are closely related to wine opener? How do you translate wine opener over into German? So I'll come over here, I'll type in my keyword, let's say wine opener, and boom, I have the keyword. I will then take that keyword, the German version of wine opener, and I'll go back into my keyword planner and I'll paste that in to get some more ideas. And you can see here that the 40 searches that we had originally for wine opener, not even close to the total number of searches that we get for the keyword Korkenzieher, which I know I said that wrong. So any German speakers out there, I do apologize. I know I need to brush up on my German tongue. But 4,400 searches, that makes a whole lot more sense. But this is where it gets even more powerful. This is how this tool is even more critical, and using both of them in tandem really does make a difference. So you come down here and you see that there are some other potential keyword opportunities, but you still don't speak that particular language. You can then take that keyword, because you see that this one gets quite a number of searches. So I'll then take that keyword, I'll go back over into Google Translate, and instead of translating from English to German, I'll translate from German to English. And it says here that corkscrew hazel, which I don't know what that is, but hey, maybe that's a popular keyword, or maybe that's how they call the corkscrew or the wine opener in German. I'm not quite sure, but that's another way that you can go about taking that particular keyword and changing it around a little bit so you can figure out exactly what are some of the other German keywords that I can populate both into my details page, into my listing, into the actual title of the page itself. All that really does make a difference over time. And so let's do this again. Let's go and take a look at wine opener, and we'll copy that in. And I want to do the search in here as well. So instead of doing the search for wine opener in the German market, and again, as you can see here, we're on Amazon.de, we'll type that one in, and we'll see that the searches here are actually a little bit different from what I had before, which kind of makes sense. But you can see here that this could actually be a good market worth going into. I mean, I'm looking here, and I mean, looking at the guys, I mean, I don't even look at iPal because they are a low-cost provider. So let's go down to this guy right here. They're selling this corkscrew for 18.20 euros. So we'll go down. These guys are selling based on the BSR, best-selling rank. And so for everyone who doesn't know, best-selling rank is a metric in Amazon that tells you how many or at what rank is this individual from a sales perspective. And so in the kitchen and home and kitchen category, they're at an 8,000, which to me means they're selling close to 5 units a day of this particular item. And they only have 34 reviews. And they're selling it for 18 bucks, and they only have one picture. They have only a few bullet points here. They practically have no product description or anything. Oh, here we go. There's the product description. The product description does not look that good at all. So in my mind, I might be saying to myself, this could actually be a pretty decent product worth going after as I'm looking through this. I might look at another one. I might say to myself, all right, let's just look at the iPal just so I can have a better understanding of what my competition really does look like. I'll scroll down, and wow, they're at a 4,700, which means to me, says to me that they're probably selling anywhere from 7, maybe 6 to 10 a day, which again is that's a good number. I mean, if you're selling that many, it means that these guys are they're making about $100 in revenue, 100 give or take in revenue a day on the high end. And again, you can see here the images are not that great. They're okay, but they're not that great. They have an average review of 3.8. Their bullet points are terrible. Let's see here. I can't even find a description. Yeah, they have no description here. So this is why being able to utilize Google Translate along with Google Keyword Planner is so important and so critical to global Amazon FBA selling. Because if you're able to translate your listings as well as those keywords into that native language and do those searches and do that competitive research, you can go back and forth very seamlessly and pick really, really good markets where there's not a ton of competition, and all you have to do is come in with, let's say, better margins or better pictures or, of course, a better product that you can sell in that particular market. So in this case, let's say we decide to go with, instead of corkscrew, we decide to go with, instead of wine opener, but we decide to go with corkscrew instead. Again, it's the same keyword. But, there are cases where, let's say we did wine opener and we changed it to wine openers. Aha, this is a different word. I don't know why that is, but you may realize that that's another popular keyword that you have to utilize. Now, the good thing within Amazon is that they when you're trying to rank for, let's say, the plural version or the singular version, they really do count the same. Sometimes they may rank you a little higher for the plural one, the plural version of the word, or the singular version of that word. But nonetheless, you are going to get ranked, or should get ranked, for that keyword. But every once in a while, I'll do a little bit of additional research and I'll say, okay, well, this is the version of this word for wine openers, and I'll do the search, and you can see here that it gets a lot less. But look at that, the character that's over the O. I might change that to that word and see if that does something different. And you can see it really doesn't. In fact, it really takes it a lot further down. So that still might be a keyword that I'll look at, but it might not be the primary keyword that I look at for that matter. And so once again, you can do this across all the different markets. So whether it's Japanese, French, if you want to do Spanish, Italian, you can do all that. And then let's say if you want to come over into here and translate an email or a full listing, you may say, hello, thank you for purchasing from us today. We hope you like your item. And you can see I spelled that incorrectly. I want to translate this, let's say, to German. And this is the German version. And what's cool is you can even put your keyword, your mouse over the word, and will closely relate it to the actual word that's in the original language. So you kind of know. So you can actually learn how to speak this language a little bit. I mean, I already know how to say hello. I've said it a number of times to a number of our buyers in the German market. But this is a really good tool. The beauty is being able to utilize Google's knowledge, all of their tools and resources, but in particular the keyword planner and Google Translate, so you can find those keywords in those global markets, is so critical. And that's what we've done, and it's really not that challenging. Don't be nervous, don't be scared about how to find those right keywords. You'll find them if you can translate them, which you can with Google Translate. Now, I will say Google Translate is not a perfect system, but it's close to what you would need to make a good decision as to whether this particular market or this particular product is going to make a difference for you, or it can be a very popular product to sell in that particular global market. And the last thing is with Google Keyword Planner, you do have to have an AdWords account, and signing up for an AdWords account does not cost you anything. It's free. You do have to have either a Gmail account or, for me, I have, our own company. So, our own company is sort of, our email is connected to our Gmail, which is also connected to our AdWords account because we manage AdWords accounts for a number of clients. And so neither here nor there. In this case, you do have to sign up for an AdWords account, but I think and I do believe that it is incredibly important and vital from a keyword research standpoint, being able to utilize the difference between Keyword Planner and Google Translate to find those nuggets that can really help you become an amazing, amazing global FBA Amazon seller. So, I hope this has been helpful. I hope this has been useful. Being able to utilize these two tools can really propel your business and allow those that currently sell in the United States to expand on a more global basis and do it a little bit more seamlessly. So for all of those that are current sellers, I want you to do one thing. I want you to take your current product, I want you to pick a market, and I want you to think about those keywords that generates traffic in your current market for that particular product. Utilize Google Keyword Planner and Google Keyword Translate and see what happens. Do a little research and type some of those keywords into that individual market. In this case, if you decide to go with Germany, go to Amazon.de. If you want to go to UK, Amazon.co.uk. If Japan, Amazon.co.jp. do some testing, see what happens. And I think you'll be surprised at what's possible in terms of being able to expand your Amazon business. And for those who are new, be able to start an Amazon business, whether it's in the United States or overseas in some of these other great markets. So thanks for listening. I greatly appreciate it. And thank you for joining me for another edition of Zon Commerce, talking about Google Keyword Translate and how to sell on Amazon. Thanks so much.